Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Breeze, Breezeway Productions The Breeze, where we bring you the latest in independent films and film festival news. And we continue our coverage of this year's 2025 Tribeca Film Festival with a documentary called The Last Dive. We have director Cody Sheehy and Terry Kennedy here with us today to talk about it. How are you guys?
Great. Yeah, glad to be here.
Right on. Well, thank you
Hi, how
for
you
taking the
doing?
time. Doing well, Terry. Tell me how you feeling about the this documentary going into the festival.
Wow. Uh, like I said earlier, I haven't seen the entire documentary, but what I have seen, uh, wow. I think wow does it. I was pretty impressed. I've seen a lot of documentaries, and I think Cody really put his heart into this one. And being a diver, uh, that went along well also. So, yeah, I'm inspired. I can't wait to see the documentary myself. Everybody that's seen it so far has told me that the tears flowed and all that. Yeah, been there.
It's a beautiful and interesting thing. The synopsis on IMDb says that you were once a Hell's Angel, and then you formed the unlikely bond with a giant Manta Ray. How do those two things go together? Is a question.
Well, I rode for about little over 9 years, and actually, I was capable of getting seven uh, Hells Angels members in a swimming pool and got tanks on their backs. And they tried it and they liked it. Uh, I, there was only that one day, but uh, it was pretty interesting to me to see how they would go with it. And they did pretty good. Uh, but other than that, I just uh, continued my diving when I wasn't riding.
Interesting. And questions for Cody. How did you connect with Terry to for this documentary, and how did you form that bond of trust between subject matter and director to make the project? Because that's always an interesting story.
Well, I'm a sailor too, and I live on my sailboat during the wintertime down in Mexico also. And so one day, probably 10 years ago now, maybe, I was anchored next to Terry, and that's how we met. I just saw him going out every day to go diving. It seemed like he was doing something interesting, and I went over there and we became friends. And he took me diving and really took it upon himself to make me a better diver and show me amazing things. And then we started hearing all these stories, and then I saw all the video footage that made all those stories real and true, and I realized there's a great documentary here the world's got to see.
Did you have all of the necessary equipment for filming underwater? Because I know that that can be arduous and very challenging when you're bringing highly sensitive to water gear underneath.
Yeah, so for the film, we worked with a really great underwater photographer, Johnny Friday, and he is a master at this, and so he was able to really handle all the underwater stuff. And so yeah, it was that's a big challenge though. If those cameras are under a lot of pressure, so if there's any little hole in the housing, that expensive camera is gone.
Well, that's stressful for anyone to undertake. But obviously, when you see the finished product, if all goes well, and you obviously you have the insurance on it, so that you know that you can go in and do it, and then you'll have your finished product. Next question is for Terry. So, tell me about the bond that you had with this manta ray. How do you communicate with this animal to see it emote to you, and how did that make you feel?
How do you relate to the mantis? How do they
Uh,
make you feel?
the mantas, particularly Willy, wow, uh, they're like I said before, they're highly intelligent, and they when you give them a rub down on their back, they appreciate it. You actually can communicate, and I haven't known Willie for as long as I have, and I don't know, I probably got 1,000 rides on him. Uh, he hardly misses a chance to uh, pick me up at the boat, or if we're out riding and stuff like that. Uh, he shows up and takes over. I did find out that he is jealous. I was riding another Manta Ray one day, Tippy, and Willie showed up, and he didn't like that at all. He kept phasing in front of us and veering away at the last moment and everything. I finally figured out he doesn't like this, so I got off of Tippy and sure Willie came right over to me and took me off, and we went somewhere else.
That's
That's the
awesome.
first clue I got to a little jealousy going on.
Yeah. It's interesting that you also talk about the bond that you've had with him. Were you able to, you saw that the that Willie was jealous, but did you feel like relieved to have this relationship? Did it heal you with maybe stress or anger or frustration that you had in your life with whatever was going on? Did you find peace when you connected with this animal?
Uh, Boy, I'll tell you, when Willie's around, I have nothing but positive energy going out. He's quite a being. Having introduced him to several diver friends of mine, they all say the same thing. Incredible animal. Getting the Mexican Navy involved in helping us remove this huge net. Even the four submarineros, which are the Mexican Navy divers, even those four submarineros were totally blown away because Willie kept circling around off in the distance, watching, make sure we got everything done.
Wow.
And it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, there's a strong push for ocean conservation, especially for the wildlife that's there. Do you Cody, did you put that message into this film while showing the relationship between Terry and the Manta Ray?
I mean, I think the story just can't help but go there. Just in that Willie was showing Terry what to do with removing the nets, and then later that idea, Terry took that all the way to showing the Mexican president, the footage of the massacre, and so the story just unfolds along those lines. But we wanted the film to not really, you know, stand on a soapbox and preach about environmentalism and conservationism, but really just be a human story, a human animal connection story that everybody's going to love. And my goal is just to get as many people as possible to see the film and thereby experience, the manta rays, because that is an amazing experience that all walks of life are going to enjoy, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be where the film is powerful. Is just that everyone can enjoy that experience that Terry was having. To me, it's awesome. I love it. So,
Well, you guys are in luck because we have the same exact goal because I hope to tell everybody about the film as well and then showcase it to audiences before the premiere and the screenings. So you guys are screening a couple of times during the festival. Do you know when and where people can go to see the film and check it out?
yeah. So for Tribeca, we have our premiere there, and we're going to be a lot of festivals throughout the United States and internationally. For distribution, that part is unknown right now, so I can't. I wish I could tell you when it's releasing on streaming or something, but I can't.
Okay.
So we're working on that though.
Well, we hope to spread the word about The Last Dive, which is premiering at Tribeca, and audiences that are interested in ocean life or interesting life changes, preservation, or just documentary enthusiasts definitely should go and check it out. So The Last Dive at Tribeca, and I thank you for taking the time to speak with me today, Director Cody Sheehy and Terry Kennedy, to talk about The Last Dive on The Breeze.
Thank you.
Thank you.